Crypto Simplified Part 2. If you haven't watched Part 1, pause this video, go to my profile and watch it. I'll be waiting. You're back. Let's go. Second thing you need to understand is how the internet is structured so that you can be able to understand this other cohort of digital assets. What is enabling me to speak to you right now is a protocol called TCP/IP that sits at the bottom. It's more complicated than that, but I'm trying to simplify it for you to understand. On top of this protocol, that's where other websites like facebook.com, google.com, twitter.com, they sit on top of TCP/IP. TCP/IP didn't have a token, so it was not possible for you to own a piece of the internet. But it was possible for you to own Facebook, Twitter, and Google. So money accrued to them, and when these big tech companies became so popular, they started abusing their powers, following you around on the internet and censoring people. Now, there's a group of digital assets that is trying to replicate this as the blockchain technology. Platforms like Ethereum, Cardano, Solana, Terra Luna, Polkadot, Cosmos, to name but a few. Now, they want to create these protocols that sit at the bottom. Now, on top of these protocols will be applications that will be built on top of them. Now, this time is different because the protocols have a token. You can buy a piece of the protocols and the networks, and there will be applications that will now be built on top of them, which will be the future Facebooks, the future Googles, the future Twitters, and more. What are some of these applications that will be built for the future? One of them is centered upon DeFi, which is decentralized finance. The finance that we have right now is centralized. That means the government controls it. DeFi helps for code to be law. An example. Remember the example of me sending my friend in Norway $1 million. If I don't want the volatility in Bitcoin, I can buy a stable coin like Tether. 1 Tether is equals to 1 USD. And I can send the money to him. 2, in future, there will be lending and borrowing apps that are led by code. 3, decentralized exchanges. If you're visiting a foreign country right now, you'll be charged a high commission on Forex. With DEXs, it will be so easy to transact between one currency to another because of code. 4, insurance. On the blockchain, it is immutable. That means you will be able to pay for your car insurance on the blockchain through oracles in future, run on code. Other use case is NFTs. Right now they're being used for something totally different, but I'll give you real world use cases. 1, education. When someone comes to borrow a job from you, how sure are you that that certificate is legit? The blockchain will enable this. 2, retail. Walmart is using it right now to track their supplies. 3, agriculture. In future, farmers will be able to track their supplies in warehouses through the blockchain. 4, government. Voting in future will be done on the blockchain and there'll be no rigging. 5, healthcare. Say you're from the US, you visit Kenya and you experience a health condition. How will the doctor know your track record and the underlying issues that you have? The blockchain in future will enable this. Community, content creators, musicians, economy. Their audience will be able to buy a piece of their intellectual property and have a piece for future gain. Record labels will be crushed by this. The use case that NFTs is having right now is digital art. 99% of all those digital art will go to zero. What we're experiencing now is similar to what happened in the dot-com bubble. People bought websites that did nothing out of speculation. It is the same thing happening right now, gambling and speculation. But the technology is there. And also, digital art will also be part of the use cases. The other use case is play-to-earn games and the metaverse. You can see Mark Zuckerberg change the name of his entire company to this. So that means he also sees a future. The other use case is DAOs, decentralized autonomous organizations. These will be the future NGOs where you can have a community, pool resources together, for a particular course run on the blockchain. As I end, I'll give you 5 pro tips from a brother. 1. If you're here to get rich fast, stop. You'll be crushed instantly by crypto's volatility, and scammers are using your greed to scam you off your money. 2. Stop asking people which cryptos you should buy. That means you haven't done your own research. 3. If you haven't put at least 100 hours in studying them, you have no business owning even one. 4. If you don't have a long-term view of at least 10 years, you have no business holding crypto. People who bought Amazon in the late 90s, yes, they got crushed in the 2000 crash, but it took them a while and decades for their money to accrue and get returns. 5. Cryptocurrencies are not central bank digital currencies, CBDCs. Cryptocurrencies are decentralized for the people and by the people. CBDCs are copycats and draconian rules by the government to control you through social credits that are to come. Everything I said in this video is educational content, not financial advice. And follow me for more.